It's not necessarily how you look. It's about the standards and values that you hold about yourself, which show in your behavior. Hi, my name is Nara, and we're talking here about manifestations, astrology, mindset, and all of that great stuff. And this video is going to be about manifesting your specific person, whether you are in no contact, whether they ghosted you, or whether you fell out. I don't care what's going on. Let me put you on a game. My interest in manifestation started from relationships. Actually, no. From school first, I was manifesting grades. And I did that successfully. Like within 2 years, I became a student. Then I switched onto relationships and I always got commitment. Okay. Now, there was one time when I didn't and it fucked with my subconscious beliefs. How come me, who always gets this, that, and the other, I don't get that from this person? And that's what made me just study all of these things. Law of attraction, law of assumption, everyone is you pushed out. Manifesting, how our subconscious beliefs, the limiting beliefs manifest our life experiences, and how our patterns actually, how we are living on a pattern basis. And if we don't step in consciously and intervene, install a different program, then that pattern is going to be repeating until I'm old. And do I want this life? Like, I just started asking myself that question. Now, the thing is that I never met those kinds of people, okay? Those kinds of men. So this was a shock for me. But the pattern was this: releasing control. Releasing control, because I'm a control freak. See, sometimes a pattern doesn't necessarily, not necessarily pattern that you see on the outside. It's the things that are happening in your life on a pattern basis that are forcing you to feel those traumas. Okay, revisit those traumas. That's the pattern I'm talking about. And that trauma that was revived, like this time, it was manifested the worst. I felt that before abandonment issues. I felt my emotional security was not there. I was depending on other people. Okay, I was waiting for other people to give me that. So like I was not able to be with a person and independent at the same time. If I was with someone, my all attention goes onto them and that would like suffocate me. So I had to be alone. I would always like neglect people. And here I meet someone who neglects me. Okay, now I feel everything that I made other people feel, but I did not do it consciously, you know? And also, I'm a control freak. I like to control people's behavior. And here we go. I meet a person whose behaviors I can't control. I cannot control. So that's where my shadow work came in. So let me tell you this. I manifested this person. But when I did that, I didn't do it consciously again. I was just working on myself. I was just working on my shadows, was integrating my shadows. Like the shadows of abandonment. When people ghosted me, he ghosted me, the abandonment issues were screaming. I was not able to focus on anything else. And that's when I realized, like I started reading, to equip myself because I was not feeling well. These abandonment issues just came to the surface. And that's when I met my shadow. Once I met my shadow, I asked her, why are you feeling this way? Because, you know, it's so easy to blame another person for how I felt. Like it was easy for me to do that. But then I woke up from this dream and I said, hey, I need to take accountability. And as soon as I took accountability, I just felt so much compassion towards that aspect of myself that I created unconsciously, like, to survive, right? That's all ego activities happening like on an unconscious level, something that you're not necessarily aware of. Like you're not seeing it objectively. You are subjectively identified with that feeling of abandonment. So you come up with an identity from lower states to survive. Like people pleasing, you know, because I felt abandonment, immediately it would manifest in people pleasing. So I had to meet so many shadows that I created over the years, because before it was only like small encounters with people, but this one was not just a small encounter. This really triggered me. I'm talking from experience. So if you're someone who wants to get your ex back, who wants to get your SP back, somebody who ghosted you, somebody who no contact with you, let me tell you this, until you drop the motherfucking story and stop feeling ashamed for your like previous actions. Because you only want to chase because you feel ashamed or guilty about something. Like meaning you're not accepting a part of yourself. If you accepted even the ugliest, like if you chased before and you can't get over it, because you know some people are prideful like Leos, and I'm one. If I chased or wrote like crazy message, I like those thoughts would haunt me. You have to drop all that, and you have to be unapologetically you. Even if you sent a drunk text, I'm telling you, even those shameful, guilty emotions after us doing something stupid, and mind you, it's not something stupid, it's the part of you that got manifested because it's not integrated. And then you're like, why did I act like this? Do not feel ashamed. When you embrace yourself, and that's what I did. This boy, the change was like day and night. But at that point, I was not interested in him anymore. That's how it usually goes, right? That's how it usually goes. But you understand, it was like a year later. I'm telling you, circumstances don't matter. Whether you block them, they will find a motherfucking way. And you know when it usually happens? When you work on yourself. When you start integrating all those aspects of you within you that you're hiding from. If you feel triggered, that means that they are triggering, or them not texting you is triggering a aspect within you that is not integrated. That's why you feel hurt. Once you see her, see that poor little thing, like your inner child came up with this. Acknowledge this. Say, hey, I know you have to do everything to survive, so you created these personalities that are not you. So I'm here to tell you, when you focus all your attention on yourself and integrating everything within you, stop focusing on other people. When you integrate, you will stop feeling bad about yourself for whatever you've done in the past. That's one. Number two, you will stop feeling bothered by people not texting you or ghosting you, because you understand human nature, that every person is fucked up in their head and they have their own traumas too. Maybe you said something that triggered them, and now you focus on that, and that feeling, like that perception that they have of you, is growing even more because you're focusing on that, and yet they feel that vibration from you. Whenever they even think about you, they feel what you feel about. So that's why I'm saying, when you are focusing on you and this person is tapping in emotionally or energetically, right, like even a thought form appears of you, they're gonna feel repelled if you are feeling bad about yourself right now, but they're gonna feel attracted to you, and like a magnet if you're working on yourself. And this is exactly what happened with this guy. So I'm just giving you like my story, coming drunk and, crying and shit, telling me how much he loves me. Mind you, before, never ever opened up, ghosted me. Okay? So it's not a manipulation. It's just people can feel when you treat yourself well and when you're being unapologetically you. Everyone loves a confident person, honestly. And even when they make mistake, if they are not embarrassed and accept their mistake, then nobody's going to judge them or criticize them. So yeah, I hope this helps, and follow for more if you like my content.